A 5-on-2. Absolutely falling apart there. You called it. He spotted it as soon as he got in this position. It seemed like the whole round fell apart there for Cloud9. I think that's going to be the GG moment right there, as it seemed like the first challenge finished off. I was about to point out before it exploded, they're all low HP as well. That definitely assisted Devil, but still, we go into round number 24 potential.
The more consistent player, but the 2 months leading up to when the transaction happened, Devil was explosive. And we're getting a glimpse of it finally, because the issue has always been that Devil hasn't shown up and Body has, and G2's been in the better form in part due to that, so. 15 rounds now for Envious. Double checks toward the connector. Happy's covered off window. Automatic might get the boost, but they will go no further. And up on Skadoodle with arm. Get a little bit closer to the A main position. And they'll slow down, try and pull this back with the 4 versus 4 and thin out the defense. Get some mid-control. They're going to split accordingly, 2-2 on the map. Actually, they're going to rotate one back over toward window, so a 3-1 split essentially on the map. And as they rotate toward window, that's good position from MBK, boosted up. He's got to fall back off that though, having given away his position. Good response, but he's... And low HP on Happy to start that off. Kenny AWP, but watch to his left. Skadoo second Shroud went down to, what was it, 9 HP.
Well, it was actually 13 rounds in a row for Envious to that stage. Cloud9 have finally broken it, and it's going to be 15-9. And actually, considering the money, it's been very tight clutch situations with Devil stepping up in 1v3s and 2-on-5s, for example, so the money actually has been broken. So Envious not going to force in this situation. Cloud9 do finally find their first round here on the second half. Scoreline's 8-1. And after, you have to remember as well, Matt, they were up 7-0 when they kicked off things on Mirage. It seemed like they were done. Envious have checked out, but all of a sudden they found some great form here. And it's going to be Deagle's 5-7s for them, but there's no real pressure at this stage. Cloud9 still needs 6 rounds just to force overtime. That's a tall order, but the way both these teams have been playing in these difficult situations, anything can happen by this game. By the looks of things, as we go into round number 25.
I mean, you said it. 13 rounds in a row.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cloud9 at least break that curse and get one on the board again. Specifically one on a T side on a map that we thought their explosion would be the key, but obviously the execution's not. It's kind of where we expected, and he is hitting shots. Devil's been absolutely god tier. The Devil's become God, Henry. Does that make sense? Does that work?
That does work. It's quite poetic.
I'll take it. He is literally a snake in the grass. As you would say. Devil. This time, though, they are limited. And considering the amount of rounds in a row they have, there's no money left. It just goes to show you that he's had to clutch so many times. He's got a headshot again, this time on nothing. And Kenny stepped up to find Stewie, so we're still in a 3 versus 3. Kenny's going to get forced back due to the flames, but it's not all the way back, so we'll try and spray through the box. Skadoodle, meanwhile, has got NBK and an additional Molotov slash Kenny. He can just back away. Give it up. Bomb's going to go down. And it should, all things considered, although it's not a foregone conclusion, be the 10th round for Cloud9.
Yeah, should be. But you never know. NES still alive with the Deagle, Happy joining him as well. Should be done and dusted now, as Kenny S is the last player remaining. He's in CT Spawn, going to be falling back. Trying to find some exit kills here, but ultimately the round done. And Cloud9 do find double figures here. So, round by round, still can grind this one out. A lot of hard work here, no mistakes will be allowed, but we'll see whether they can hold on here. NES trying to find any sort of exit kill, find a weapon that's dropping on the floor potentially. Doesn't look like it's going to happen for him. He sits towards window. Bomb takes him down as well.
So 2 in a row now, Cloud9. Money, as we saw it, was actually quite limited, so the Envy will be in a position this time, and they go aggressive immediately with the call to bring out the AWP on the Happy. But if Cloud9 win this one, then they're on a save again, and we're not done. We're not out of the woods yet. It's 15. It's overtime secured. It takes pressure off them. We know that. We see a lot of teams struggle to get that elusive 15th round, but Cloud9's still in a position where better late than never is the scenario.
It's not over until it's over.
Just trying to fire into his smoke, catch him on the cross. Hasn't managed to do so with that smoke dissipating. Unfortunately, the angle not able to be held. The flames rain in onto him. It's 91 HP, so he got tagged once, I think, in all of that. Double off again, though, for Envy, and Happy's just waiting as well. Over toward the catwalk. They don't elect to go to NBK this time, but we saw his contribution last time he had that. This time this double off really came out. And Happy's flashed off. That's going to give them connector. He's not wide peeking it, so he won't spot it, but Devil is up toward the top. He's got one taken down this time as he relocates the gap, and the smoke gives Shroud the angle, but it's Apex in the shadow. No one's accounted for it. It's Kenny with the first kill. Apex drops bomb. Smoke out to cover himself off. It's going to be very hard to get the refrag now. And they're not even going to get that far. It's closed out. Envious have map 2. Map 3 is Dust 2. And it's convincing, as you said, 13 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
16-10 in the end.
Oh, it seems like NBS have turned up. It's not on their map pick. It seems like both teams taking the other, but I thought that was going to go in the favor of Cloud9 once again. That 7-0 start seems like NBS just weren't going to turn up to this semi-final, but it seems they've got a little bit left in the tank, and they're going to go over to Dust 2, where I have to say I actually fancy NBS in that one.
I think I do as well. I think they've woken up in this series, hitting shots. Devils on a performance level that I've not seen from him.
It was nuts.
And on Dust 2, we know he's comfortable as well. I mean, this is starting to be very scary for Cloud9. I think they've missed an opportunity, perhaps.
Yes.
For the sleeping giant that's now awoken. So we'll take a break. We'll see if they can compose themselves, because this is now a dead-even series. For the final, the winner of this will play either Virtus Pro or Dignitas. We'll find out a little bit later in the day, but like I said, we'll be right back.
Yeah, let's do it.
Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
In the best performance we've seen from Devil on Envy, he single-handedly shut down Cloud9 on the CT side. 3 rounds, he gets a 3K, and all of them, they were down at least 2 men. Huge contribution, and Cloud9 now leave themselves in an odd position going into Dust 2 on the ropes, I think. I think Envy is working up into this, and they're looking excellent.
Devil gave them an absolute mauling there on Mirage. There's so many clutches. I think there was 3 or 4 in total where he's in like 1v2s, 2v5s, and actually getting in the huge kills every single time. Move on to Dust 2, they've had. This is where I'm a bit worried for Cloud9. I think that was their chance to 7-0 up as well. I thought that was a chance to close it out 2-0. Dust 2. MBK's been absent so far. Kennen has been quiet. I feel like those guys feel more comfortable on a map like this. We know MBS have quite a loose play style, and this is where they absolutely run people over on Dust 2. So this is where I'm a little bit worried for Cloud9.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I would have thought, based on the first map and the start of Mirage, like you said, it was 13 rounds in a row to come back into that. It was 6-0 in a point for Cloud9.
Yeah.
Just the precision, the accuracy, automatic was going nuts on Cash. It looked like this was an open, closed, case shut series, and that they were going to walk with it. But now it's a very different picture, and we know execution. Okay, it's Dust 2, you can get away with it. Isn't the strong suit, and with things becoming a little more prominent with smokes over toward the A site, how are they going to try and bypass when someone like Kenny S gets into the MVP?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, so far, Kenny's been quiet. I feel like this is when he kind of erupts. And Devil with that form right now as well. We know Dust 2, this is one of the roles we've actually seen him go more onto the lurk on the T side, especially. Something he's been like kind of praising him for is actually having that lurk towards B and actually taking over the role from Happy in some occasions.
Yeah, well, and more specifically, it's an immediate transition mid-round. So not only is he lurking a little bit on his own and, like you're saying, taking it from Happy, but as soon as Happy dies, you can watch the entire structure of the team change. Rather than having Devil in a complexion with, 4 players with Happy on his own, Happy goes down, Devil immediately backpedals and goes, I'm going to lurk now. And it's a secondary lurk, which often catches teams off, catches them in rotation because they're not expecting a second person to be doing the same thing. And it's actually quite clever in that sense. We saw it in Kiev. He got 3 kills in the B site to catch off the rotations and shut, I can't remember who they were playing for the life of me right now, but shut. Yeah, I can't remember. Doesn't matter.
It sounds like you're going to make a really interesting point there.
It's still interesting. It's still interesting, but it's just a neat way of doing it.
Yeah, sure. Well then, the final map of this best of 3 comes in. And the 9th has been done. Envious standing on the CT side here. And the key word for Envious and Dust 2 is aggression, I think. Very simple plays. And once they get in the zone, they win a pistol. They'll be pushing you all over the place. And just, especially on the T side as well, just using spawns and just trying to stick together. Kenny S will be kicking off on a map like this as well. MBK, surely he'll be coming towards that B bomb site and working with Devil and actually having that stronger partnership. Kiev has a little bit of a problem with Sixer. We saw them struggling towards B. Slightly a lot of teams were exploiting that. But MBK, he said he had a really good tournament before this series. I would say he's been pretty lackluster so far, but Dust 2 is definitely one of the maps he's been performing.
It was G2. My memory bank.
Should we turn the lights off, Matt?
We could.
I like to do it in the dark.
Yeah, it's easy better when I don't have to look at you. I mean, here we go. So, pissed around already underway. Aggressive, not toward Catwalk this time. It's actually out through the mid doors to cover off lower B. But as you said, a lot of teams are posting up, waiting toward long and seeing what aggression comes their direction. We've got some form of incredible announcement going on that's interesting for us. But yeah, this is more of this tradition right now for the T's. Sit back, wait, stack up toward long. Anyone goes up, you catch them off. You got strength in numbers, and then you execute toward long, take it away, and force the retake from Catwalk and CT.
Kenny has to go for that first pick. It's always a scary prospect, but he does go for that. He's got the damage, falls back as well. Doesn't die just yet. This is the long retake. We said this is a pretty common position for the terrorists these days on Dust 2. Just yet. A smoke goes into all city spawn, and hits a flashbang. And surely this is where they capitalize. It's all 5 players.
5 indeed, and they bust out, but they don't account for Apex. He gets 2 from the card. He may get more than that. It's such a common position, but yet they completely overlook it. They bypass the cap in the smoke, and Devil's done damage again. It's going to be automatic tag down to 19. They will get a plant out of this one. Devil. We saw this yesterday, the jump shot come in. Really finds it. Happy's been waiting the whole time at quad, and now Devil steps up. He's going to take down automatically. It's just nothing. Ball planted, gets 1 shot. He's got to try and get this one quickly, though, and get him back into the fold.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Devil, he'll come back out from CT, but NBK was the one distracting. Yes, check the gun. Make sure it's not dirty or off on the accuracy, but it doesn't matter. They're going to pick up the round.
Well, there it is. Once again, it seems like every team at the moment is focusing towards long on the T-pistol. Sending 5 players this time. Cloud9 smoking towards spawn as well, but Devil, Apex finding the headshots and pincering in from the top and middle as well. You can see that initial aggression coming in from the CTs. It seems like the terrorists now, almost every T team will be waiting for that initial push. Kenny S tried it, didn't get much for it, but it was Apex stepping in from the car area, as you're seeing right now. That was a deciding factor. And the bomb did go down for Cloud9. What's interesting is they're force buying in the second here. This is a tactic we don't see too often. CSGO is quite prevalent in 1.6. You have the players that got the kills, they're dropping AKs over, and you're buying armor with that as well. So, here we go, 2 AKs. Initial kill, but the problem is MBS got rifles as well. Automatic drops first. MBK can't find a second frag there, but happy he can with the P90.
Trying to find an opening, a return to pull them something back, but look at the push down catwalk. Watch that headshot potential, Shroud. He looks for it. AK-47 really high. It's starting to work for them. It's unorthodox, but it might just be enough to push them over. Specifically, as the armor on Shroud will be in a good situation against specifically the MP9, but also this P90. However, with 50 bullets and Happy's movement mechanics, it may be okay. Something to work with. Tech9 drive-by shooting is going to take him down, and now Apex has to cover off the site with an MP9 from range. He'll get Skadoodle. He gets down Shroud. That's the AK gone. Nothing's picked it up because he's on high HP to try and use it instead, but this is a huge problem for him because he doesn't have armor. Aim punch is a factor. That MP9 can actually wreak havoc, and it will do exactly that. Apex, what a play.
Yeah, he's been in great form recently, and that's a really tough call from him as well. You're right side on the bomb side, the terrorists know you're there as well. They've got the man advantage, but he steps up with that MP9. They had to switch the weapons over. The unarmored heads going down first, and Apex just lighting them up there with the MP9. Very impressive. Now force fight from Cloud9 after getting the bomb down in the first as well. It's normally quite common to get the AKs on the third round. Obviously, it's a bit of a risk. You have that surprise factor going with you, but it doesn't work out for them. It's going to have to be a full eco here as we go into round number 3. PD50s, Desert Eagles. On the hands of Shroud, they just haven't got any grenades to work with here. Most teams in this round will actually get up towards short, try to do the run boost and try and get a bomb down, but it's very difficult to pull off efficiently. And Apex, he'll be waiting there as well as Happy. I think he's pushed towards short just to deny this happening.
Shroud with the deagle. Try and breach long. I say breach with a very good intention because last year DreamHack Bluecrest, I was casting Toby 1. That was his favorite word when he was casting CS. Shout out to Toby. Nade's gonna go in, does massive amount of damage on automatic down to 12 HP. Stewie's tagged as well. Shroud does manage to get 2. Okay, 2 kills now. 1 was enough to at least make it, you know, all right, force out a reinvestment a little bit, but 2 and a dink now toward Happy. The bomb is down, though. That's the problem at the cross, so they still have to commit to this. If they could backpedal and try and make this 3v3 and spread out the defense, that would be one thing, but they still have a tall order in front of them.
The problem was those kills were great, but they're at such long range, you can't actually salvage any weaponry from this just yet. So still, they're heavily favored the CTs. They have to go up and kicking away. No grenades to cross. So what is the plan once they get to the crossover here? Just going to have to hope for the best. And going to be Devil getting that first shot, but Shroud finds his third of the round. Can he continue this form?
He's just waiting Devil to cross them into this trap. Go for the bomb. They're trying to use the car, get a light and high movement, but Devil again, he's going to hit both. This time on the anti-eco, but as you said, Shroud, the form, that was all done in part to him as he hits incredible shots to start things off with the deagle.
Yeah, 3 headshots with the deagle.
In fact, Kenny's even saying nice shot, nice round.
They all are Apex as well. I just can't believe the one digs he was getting there, but we go into the first gun round. The problem for Skadoodle, he doesn't have the AWP here, but they have got the long sword. Looks like they may be taking this as Stu leaves the charge, of course. He flashes over, and they're going to keep taking this confrontation. There are players towards the pit as well. It's going to be a fast round. The first kill coming in towards the pit.
Listen, now when he flash has gone off, my ears are still ringing. They're beside each other, and they don't realize it. Apex gets the kill on nothing, and Stewie realized, hold on, I'm not in the pit alone. Kenny, the yesterday, hit that shot so well, and he does it again here as he catches Stewie, and with the smoke out, no one to refrag, he crosses over, he's got back to his favorite position with a boost up. They're putting the AWP in an aggressive position to shut down Cloud9. It's gonna push them back as well, and it's gonna push them toward one other than who else? Devil. Man, this is a full pinch.
Okay, but unfortunately for him, Devil, like he said, coming in behind, takes him down. It's a 4-on-2, and Kenny S just seems so good at that shot right now. He finishes it off as well. Another headshot. Kenny S with 3 in that round. Cloud9 going for that spawn-based game at the start, flashing over. It seemed like it was a really nice, efficient take. So many flashes going off, like you said. But Kenny S holding from the car position. That was the first shot. They kick things off and then manages to land a couple more as well. I said he was going to kick off from Dust 2, Matt, and it seems like he's finally arriving in this series as well.
He nailed it. He's definitely arrived early on. 4-0 now for Envy. Stewie needs to throw the Xbox smoke out. anyone trying to cover off top mid. And there he goes. Around the corner they are with the pistols already. Stewie on a Tech 9. He's the only one using the Tech 9 off mid. Common weapon of choice, but the rest of the PT-50s and 1C75 are automatic. 3 of them have armor. So if they can find kills fast enough and potentially pick up rifles, there's a potential to get the right hands in the right situation. It could change the complexion of the round. However, Devil's going to take down nothing. That's one of the armored players. Drop in. This time, Kenny's been tagged up. He's down. He's gone already. And they've got so many smokes out. Good execution for just the pistols as they elect to bring out the nades. And Apex is tagged onto 18, but he's been quite clever about his positioning and trying to rotate back through these smokes. It's all onto automatic at long. And it's only Apex that's tagged in this. They've already figured out that he's got to be here somewhere. Oh, good shot to start it off. Nearly transferred it over to find the second player, but the third was happy. He stands tall on the site, and it's 5-0 now for Envious.
Yeah, at least Cloud9 are finding kills in these rounds. They're not making any clean sweeps every single time. So Envious are 5-0 up, but now money is available for Cloud9. We're going into the single AWP setup there. I was going to wait to see if he doesn't decide double AWP still a viable option here, but it's just going to be the solo one for now. That is down towards suicide as well. Stewie going to be making his way towards short. Potentially could just run out towards mid. That's been a common strategy when you know that the CD's outplaying towards the B side. That's exactly what will be happening. He's going to keep the door flash in. Actually changes it to a smoke. Happy that he's waiting for them.
Stewie trying to find the opening. Does manage to do so against Devil. Like you said, Happy's waiting for them. He's found the opening. He's got an automatic back, and now it's in behind the boxes. MBK just watch his window. Nice shot response, though, from nothing. Back to 3 versus 3. That gives them the bomb site. He's going to cross over. There's 2 members inside of it. And this is almost the battle of timing right now. Who's going to spot the other first? And they spotted each other as Shroud holds up, realizing that Apex is coming in from T-spawn. That's going to allow a rotation in from lower as well. So Shroud's going to have to fight himself out of this. He knows it now as the flash comes in. There's nowhere from the hide. Kenny misses the shot, though. And Shroud's turned. He's actually snapped back onto Apex. A smart choice from Kenny to go to the Tech 9 as a result, but it leaves them with little timing to work with. Low HP on both players. Kenny does still have the AWP to try and work with, but so too does Skadoodle. Spots him coming. Kenny hits the shot on the way through on the jump, and they got the sight back.
Skadoodle in a horrible situation that both of the CTs were low, but when he's got the AWP in his hand, that doesn't really necessarily help him out, I'm afraid. He's isolated beneath the window as well. Doesn't hit the first one on tunnels, and he gets pincered. Happy finishes things off there. I was waiting for MBK to step up. He's been so good in that B-bomb, so this time he's going to get 1 kill, but the headline is Envious 6-0. Cloud9, especially that encounter with Shroud of the tunnel. He did so well to stay alive against Apex as well. And yes, manages to take him down. With the bomb plant though, Cloud9 do get maximum loss bonus and the additional $800 per player. So, healthy buyers coming in. Skadoodle with the AWP once again. Another default there, but waiting on the long doors. Takes an incendiary to defeat them. Once again, nothing. Fast towards middle, but Kennen takes him down through the smoke. I think it hadn't bloomed just enough.
It hadn't. And Apex is going to, Happy rather, is going to have that wide angle position on Stewie, who tries to wait for the AWP to reposition itself. And it's all going to plan for Envious. They just seem to have the jump a one-up on all the plays, but not Skadoodle's play. Kenny goes down. It's a redress from the last round as finally he wins that battle, and he's got a chance to work onto the site. Smoke's coming across, bomb dropped over. They want Skadoodle to be the one to probe this out, but it's only 4 HP for Shroud to try and take it to the site. And Skadoodle, he's going to leave him alone in this. He thinks it's open, and Happy's been waiting the whole time. Again, it's late, but Skadoodle, kill back, one on either side. He's got 59 seconds to work with here, so if he can't find the opportunity, if they're a little bit passive, this AWP could find 4 in the round total to win this.
This was a 4-on-2, and Skadoodle definitely has room to win this one.
They're giving him this bomb. They want to try and exactly figure out, let the bomb tell him, okay, he's 100% on the site.
He could do a short plant here, it'd be a massive risk. He has no idea where they are, so he has to plant safe. But the CTs aren't close now, with that bomb going down. They have flashes and HE. Into this situation as Skadoodle starts to reposition.
Sees the flashes come out, goes for the peek. That was the chance, because that would have given him plenty of time to relocate, reposition, and get ready for the second player at long. So they'll grab that AWP, carry it over, and the shutout resumes. 7 now for Envious.
They get a timeout, and saw from Cloud9. He wrecked that round. We did see Matthew making his way towards middle, but I just missed it. But I saw Kenny kill him through the smoke, and my Skadoodle, though I think it just hadn't bloomed. So they're trying to force their way into situations here. A lot of teams on the T side, when all things go wrong, you try and go down suicide, or the CT teams when mid presence necessarily at the start of the round. That's normally focusing 2 to 3 for the initial rush. This time, Kenny S. He's in the crossover, takes down that first player, and always falls apart for Cloud9. 7-0 now. A chance for them to work out what's going on here. Very fast round. Default, we haven't seen the execution yet. Maybe just slowing it right down. Wait about 45 seconds, get an Xbox smoke down, let's try an extra execution. pressure on towards Kenny S on the other side. See what actually happens here. Long planted. Focusing the role of the spawn-based play right now. Trying to go towards long, and they are finding kills there, to be fair, but especially for them, it's just rising to the game every single time. Every single time. Yes. Cash, 6 Cloud9. Once again. Bomb down. Could get the AWP, but it will certainly be glass cannon. It's going to be $4,900.
It's been snappy, but Kenny's been on the game as well. We've seen them finally start to have a bit of a battle against each other. I almost want him to buy the AWP, go glass cannon just to see that resume. Let's see if that's going to be something that's promising or not. We still haven't seen the decision. Now we're starting to get a glimpse of it. Won't mention it just yet.
Steady.
One member may or may not have seen that. He's picked up a gun.
Oh, really?
Yes. The rest of them are going with it.
Just gonna guess. Yeah.
49.50.
Yeah. Will be glass cannon, and considering the way the game's gone so far, I think that's pretty significant. I prefer to potentially just get an AK and have the grenades. The executions have been lacking so far with working the spawns, like I said before.
What's it going to be? There it is. He's on glass cannon. He's going for it.
If you buy the AWP with no armor, make sure very susceptible to all sorts of damage from HE grenades, and the M4 does a lot more per bullets. And it means you get it as well. So when it touches you, just go across there, goes straight up to you.
Apex flashed and smoked off of long, so they've got some position and Shroud spots him through the smoke despite the silenced M4. The Tracers disguised do no benefit to try and keep him hidden. Flash out as well. Kenny at car. He's seen him hit these shots all day, but unfortunately the flash timing was perfect and Stewie's wrapped around. Cloud9 explosive after this timeout call. They knew exactly what they wanted to get, and they're going to go grab it immediately. And remember on Cash, it was the fast play that caught off Envy as well. That was how they were getting up highway toward the A site. So it's a similar fashion here toward long. Smokes off CT. Devil's already forced away, as to his NBK. And try and just set up the exit goals at this point in time. Already conceding that with 5 players still alive and a very fast take with the long position. Their money's not terrible. It's much better than Cloud9's. If they could take down weapons as they're trying to do, it's going to be hugely beneficial, but it's also not in the position where they could commit to trying to go for the retake. So that's the name of the game. Just knock weapons out of the hands of Cloud9, who are facing a 7-round reset.
Yeah, so we've got Apex going down there first. Even adjustment for MBS actually. So that's the Apex with this adjustment roll. Yeah, he said, I'm actually going towards long now. I'm used to, but I'm happy to do it to actually give Devil a chance to play where he wants to be, right? So Apex, it's a very challenging place to go as well, especially with the current meta where teams are taking the advantage of the long spawn almost every single time they get it. And flashing over, trying to get long control. It's a very advantageous map, part of the map to get. If you do get it, opens a lot of options. Leave the AWP in towards long, pull back, ace split. You can see that worked out very nicely there. MBS didn't have a player towards short, so it was Stewie coming out towards short. As his players took long as well, the CTs was falling back. Kenny S getting wrecked with the flashbang and dropped that player on short as well. So a good adjustment after the fall, but
Flash in toward that tunnel position. Stewie dropped by Kenny fast onto that position at the wall. That's all that's going to be at long. He's just there to try and get some information, to try and read it. They're going to split B this time. Another fast play. Another split onto his site. And MBK's not sure which way to look, and he looks the correct way in the end. As Happy will also find nothing late from CT, but it's going to be Skadoodle. Excuse me, getting down MBK in the site, which means they've opened it. They're down a man, but they've got position to try and plant. The rotations come from long all the way over toward T-spawn in the form of Apex. Skadoodle's position primed to shut that down, but it also leaves him vulnerable to utility in the very tight corner. Shroud's going to use exactly that to cover off window and slow this approach, and there it is. The Molotov goes out, it doesn't reach him. Skadoodle, he's actually beneficial in this situation because he just has to focus inside. He's just been tapped once by the flames, and he looks window timing. Oh, it was there, but Kenny hits the shot instead. It gives Shroud the opportunity to work out, and he's gone outside the site. He's going to try and play the time, but all Apex has to do is make sure he can't walk back in. As the defuse is on, and Apex has done it. It's a reset against Cloud9.
They do get the bomb down, and 5 players survive on the floor. There will be a buy available, but it'll probably be the last one. 8-1, MBS2 bounce back there. It was that initial long take once again. Stewie by himself going out towards long, but this time Kenny S jumping up on the little platform there in front of the smoke. Does get that first kill, and they go all in towards B at that point, but it's MBK and Happy blocking him down. It's going to do what he can towards the end. Wasn't quite enough. Long take once more. Shroud leading the charge this time. The CTs aren't even going to challenge at this point. Didn't have decent enough scores. We'll be boosting up in front of retake the short. That's normally the natural reaction. As soon as you lose one part of the map, try and overwhelm another. Automatic's going to be waiting there for them. If decent enough scores, they can't find that first.
And he tries again to hit that shot toward Pit. Doesn't land it this time as they get up close to the wall. That means they can cover the cross, and Stewie, he's got the kill. Kenny flashed off. World of problems, but a lovely reaction as he does get only one. It's Shroud that will immediately trade it back. It's Devil with bomb in front of him inside of the smoke that's going to try once more to go Mirage-esque. An opportunity to take one down on Catwalk, hits it, but it's Skadoodle there immediately after. So Cloud9, as you said, mentioned the reset as the money goes. It was a reset, but you mentioned it. 5 players stay alive, bomb planted in, they get another buyout, and it pays off. And they're starting to chisel away at the money on Envious' side, in fact, to the point where they may actually elect to save here.
I think they'll have to. And Cloud9, it comes down to that automatic play towards short. So once again, they go for that long control, and that's where the CD is so focused towards. They're trying to shut that down. This time they fall back, but automatic, he's the thorn on the side, not allowing them to go back and retreat towards that short area. He's actually funneling them back into the A sides, and then the players from the rest of his teammates are actually towards the cross area as that's happening. So complete pincer works out very nicely. And Cloud9 are starting to dig their heels in the economy of that. Partial buy from the French. They go for Desert Eagles and body armor. Round number 11, 8-2 is the scoreline. Can these pistols find anything here? Cloud9 know they've probably affected the money considerably, and they've heard those deagle shots now, so they'll know the situation. Don't need to overcommit, but to get with the score-based phase, this will slow down the work as a unit. See if any CDs will make a mistake, as Apex pushing off towards short. He'll be the first. He's looking for
That deagle, but flash from top mid as they tried to jump up and spot him. Molotov as well, he'll get forced away from this position. It's almost Mirage in reverse, where it's Envious this time. They get the massive lead, but the money stays reasonably close, and now we're getting a situation where Cloud9 could start to mount rounds in their favor. Get too far ahead of ourselves. It was 13 rounds in a row that Envious achieved to make that feat possible. Smoke from long. Cover over on cross. It's going to be Kenny down on the site. And again, Apex wants to get aggressive with this deagle, but Stewie's still waiting inside of the middle. It's Devil to rotate over, but they hear him coming. Nothing, just waiting for it. It's going to drop him. It's just MBK that remains. Very straightforward and strategic round from Cloud9. Just slow it down and make sure they don't go down to these pistols. They do lose one in the end.
decent position now for Cloud9. Correct, this time. So simply fast-paced, working on the most efficient decent Cloud9 at this stage. I'm sure there'll be an adjustment going forward. I think India's going to take another part. Just make sure they try to get the double or even wanting to watch people get a short push. It seems like they're automatics willing to go down suicide at the start of the round. That can be shut down quite easily. And as soon as you get north and towards mid, I would say that would be the adjustment. I'd be making the CTs to stop him having that fast push up into good areas. Focus on the main game.
Close with Skadoodle as they do push out. He now knows they're coming, but he's got support. He's got two players with rifles, thankfully, because he gets blinded up, flashed off, and nearly taken down. AWP early against these pistols, but well read from Cloud9 again as they let them walk into their own trap, and it's nothing.